So the first thing we're going to do is log into Azure. And then from the home page, we're going to search for the marketplace. And then once inside the marketplace, we're going to search for Lightbits. You'll see the Lightbits Cloud Data Platform. And if you click create, you'll see a few versions of Lightbits that you can deploy. I'm going to choose the most recent one. We then choose our subscription. And then we can either reuse or create our own resource group. I'm going to create my own on this occasion. We then choose the region we want to deploy into. And then optionally, we can choose to deploy the Lightbits cluster across multiple availability zones. I'm going to stick to one availability zone for this deployment, and I'm going to choose zone 1 in US East. I then give my managed application a name. And then I'm also going to give the managed resource group that a managed application is deployed in a custom name too. Clicking next, I go into my cluster settings tab. Once in the cluster setting tab, you can either choose a pre-deployed VNet, but I'm going to create my own VNet for this deployment. I'm going to customize it slightly by giving it a different name, but I'm going to leave all the IP address ranges the same as they were set by default. So once I'm happy with the VNet configuration, I'm going to click Save. And then from here, I'm going to choose the size of my VMs for this Lightbits cluster. This will dictate the capacity and performance of the cluster. I'm going to choose the L64 SV3 for my Oracle database. I'm going to stick the instance count at 2. Bearing in mind that I can change this later on by adding more instances to the cluster. For SSH, I'm going to give my Lightbits nodes a username, and they're going to generate a new SSH public key, but I could reuse one that was already in Azure. Clicking next, I'm going to give my resources a prefix. This will be the prefix given to many of the resources that are deployed as part of the Lightbits cluster, including the Lightbits VMs themselves. And then the support settings, I'm going to give my name and my email address, and then my phone number as well. And I'm going to allow the Lightbits support team to SSH access to the cluster in case they need to perform maintenance on my behalf. We're not connecting to AVS on this occasion, but this screen does allow you to create the Ultra Gateway with FastPass enabled and connect the express route to your AVS SDDC if you want to use the Lightbits cluster for dual purpose, for example. In the review screen, I'm going to check my settings. I'm going to agree to the terms and conditions and then click create. And then I'm going to download and create my Lightbits SSH key. And this will initiate a deployment within my Azure subscription. And I'm going to leave you here. This takes around about 15 minutes to complete, and you can monitor the deployment as it goes.